G'day headbangers and welcome to Dozel's Metalworks. Welcome back my fellow metalheads to another edition of Dozel's Metalworks. If I sound a bit stuffed up this week, is I had a cold. Still trying to get over it. But, you know, gotta keep the masses happy. All 25 subscribers. Anyway, this year we are doing the year of 2008. So yeah, 2000 is always going to be a bit iffy to me, but you know. So anyway, at number 10 we have got Love and Other Disasters by Sonic Syndicate. Lovely bunch of European lads there. Number 1 is Jack of Diamonds. Number 2 is Power Shift, and number 3 Damage Control. Twin male vocals at that stage. I sort of lost interest in the band, not this album but the album after. I was going, what the hell is this? And I think they changed one or two of the singers, so I kind of went off them. But yeah, anyway. Number 9, What Skies Wash Ashore by Straight Line Stitch. Stumbled upon across these guys, total accident, listening to YouTube one day. They're classed as metalcore. I'm not sure, you know, what people class as metalcore these days. Meh. I love the singer, African American chick, bit of a cutie, but what a set of pipes she's got on her. Smooth, clean vocals, and she growls like a dead set animal. Seriously, she was fantastic. But anyway, the song that got me into them is number 1 on my list, Black Veil. So if you want to get into Straight Line Stitch, listen to that song. The number 2 is Taste of Ashes, and Yesterday's Gone at number 3. That is very different. Total acoustic track. I always like bands who do acoustic songs in clean vocals. It's really, really good. So that's that one, number 9. Okay, number 8 we have everyone's favourite band, not, Dark Horse by Nickelback. Now, a lot of people don't like Nickelback for one reason or another, but I think whatever, I think they've got great music. I mean, Tate Kroger married Avril Lavigne, so that's his disability, not ours. We don't have to suffer for it. Anyway, I've got 4 tracks on this album. Burn to the Ground, absolutely love this riff. It's an absolute banger. Then we have Something in Your Mouth, Giggity. Gotta Be Somebody at number 3, and number 4, Just to Get High. Not a big fan of the lyrics in that track, but the music's freaking great, so yeah, go like that one. Okay, number 7, we have Black Ice by AC/DC, Akadaka. Now, why I like this one so much is when it comes to the later AC/DC albums is this is when I finally got to see AC/DC live in concert up at Sydney there. So, yeah, loved it, great gig. Kind of lucky that it wasn't raining because it was an open-air stadium, so, yeah. But, yeah, Rock and Roll Train, obviously that was a big hit for him. Love it. Then War Machine, which was actually on the Iron Man 2 soundtrack, obviously for the War Machine character, who is one of my favourite Marvel characters as well, which is cool. Then Anything Goes, number 3. Yeah, obviously can't go wrong with AC/DC. Absolutely love them. Okay, number 6. Probably the only album from these guys which I love with a passion. I do like them. I have a tattoo of them and a sticker on my car of them. That's All Hope Is Gone by Slipknot. Never really got into the real early Slipknot stuff. All Hope Is Gone is a fantastic album. So big 3 tracks for that. Obviously one of my favourite metal songs of all time and my favourite Slipknot song, Psychosocial. Oh, that track. To say it's a banger is an understatement, but you know, moving along. Sulphur, definitely second there. And then obviously one of the slightly slower tracks, Dead Memories. But yeah, as I said, it's very few albums by the lads that I like, but you know. Okay, number 5. Yes, they're one of my top 3 favourite bands. And this is when I first saw them in concert. but obviously, you know, being a double album and concept album and so on and so forth, wasn't their most popular one. But we're talking Nostradamus by Judas Priest. It was a double album. But look, obviously my three favourite tracks on that one are Prophecy. I was going to have the first track, but that's just more like a music introduction one. So the proper second track is a proper song. Then Alone, which is really, really good. And then the song War. So, yeah, as I said, it's Priest, who I love, but Nostradamus was probably not one of their greatest songs, but it was when I did see them first in concert, so it wasn't too bad. Alright, number 4, we have another one of my favourite bands, The Formation of Damnation by Testament, who I reckon should be in the top 4. Get rid of Anthrax, put these boys in because they're freaking brilliant. So number 1 we have More Than Meets the Eye. Number 2 we have The Evil Has Landed. And number 3, Fear, even though it's pronounced F-E-A-R. Capital letters, dots in between. But look, it's one a load of Testament's albums that are really, really, really good. So yeah, it's pretty sweet. Okay, number 3. Fantastic album here. Indestructible by Disturbed. The whole album's pretty good. And The Curse is probably the honourable mention in that one. But Inside the Fire, number 1. Very disturbing subject, and it was based on something that happened to Dave Draymond in real life. That's why it kind of resonates with me, because what happened to Dave's, you know, I didn't go that far, but, you know, can't go more into details because YouTube will probably have a hissy fit about it. So number 2, Indestructible, which is really good. Love the video clip. You know, different types of war over the years, how it's progressed. And then Haunted. So yeah, whole album's pretty good, as I said. Okay, number 2, we have The Art of War by Sabaton. Look, this is the album that definitely my favourite album by Sabaton. There are heaps of songs in early albums from Sabaton that I love, but this one in particular. Look, I'll go with the honourable mention first, which is Cliffs of Gallipoli. This is the first song I've ever heard from Sabaton. Soft spot for it because it is about the whole Gallipoli campaign, which Australia was a part of, and guys drop like flies in that one, but you know, absolutely love it. And yeah, so, and I'll work backwards. So number 3 is Price of a Mile. Number 2 is Ghost Division. And number 1, why this has a lot of meaning for me is it's probably one of my favourite Sabaton songs. Definitely my top 10, maybe even top 5. But it's weird that me and my fiance, this is our song. Now people go, what? You have a song about war? And is your song? And I went, yeah. My fiance loves Sabaton because they sing about history and all real life stuff. So yeah. So at number 1 we have Panzerkampf. So yeah, so kind of weird that we've got our song is a Sabaton song, but to each your own. Except when she starts singing lyrics to it, it's like, ugh, really? Anyway, now number 1 we have, without any shadow of a doubt, the best album that year, and probably one of my favourite albums from these guys. As you can tell by the middle CD here, we have Death Magnetic by Metallica. Oh, what an absolute banger of an album this is. That's right, I said it again, banger. Because it is a banger. So much more of a banger, it'd be like a stick of dynamite. Seriously, that's how much of a banger it is. So look, so many tracks on this album that I love because it's all good. But I'll have to go with All Nightmare Long at number 1. Absolutely fantastic. My Apocalypse at number 2. And This Was Just Your Life at number 3. Like I said, the whole album's great. And this is when I first saw Metallica on tour, when they did the Death Magnetic tour here in Australia. And fantastic gig, fantastic concert. And just seen on Facebook in the past 12 hours or so that wait for the announcement. Metallica has announced they'll be doing a tour of Australia and New Zealand next year. So we're just waiting for the dates. Talked to a few mates about it, and we're going to be all over that gig like a fat kid on a cupcake. So yeah, freaking looking forward to that one. Speaking of tours, yes, I did miss out on seeing Iron Maiden last weekend. Tickets weren't that expensive, so it wasn't the ticket price, it was more the fact of all the money I would have had to spend to get up there and back. Plus I wasn't a big fan of the set list because I wasn't a fan of the latest album, and half the songs on the set list was some new albums. I went, meh, I'll give it a miss. But they have just announced the Run For Your Lives World Tour from 25 to 26. I went, holy crap, because they're doing everything from Iron Maiden to Fear of the Dark, so all their best stuff. I'm going, holy shit, if they come to Australia, you bet I'm going to be like that one, seriously. Beg, borrow, steal the money to go and see it. But, yeah. Now, that issue I've seen during the week, thought I'd give it a quick mention. Like I mentioned, I think it was last week or the week before, Linkin Park's just released a new song with the new singer. And look, a few of my mates who I've talked to, we like it, we've got no issue with it. But, I mean, fans will be fans, always have issue with it. But the two people who are having the biggest hissy fit about it is Chester Bennington's son and his mum. Went, okay, fair enough. They're allowed to show their concern, but in my eyes, they are not, I repeat, not trying to replace Chester. The man was a legend. He was a great artist and all that. Yes, sad that he passed. But yeah, this chick is not trying to replace him by any way, shape or form. She's just coming in to continue the legacy. So people just need to, know, as The Rock would say, know your role and shut your mouth and just deal with it. Because it's Linkin Park, they're still Linkin Park. You know, hey, I should know, you know, everyone bitched about when Tim the Ripper Owens came in for Judas Priest, or Blaze Bayley came in for Bruce Dickinson, and Tim the Ripper Owens again came in for Matt Barlow for Iced Earth. So, you know, of course people are going to kick up a stink when they bring in their new vocalist. But what you're going to do? Their music's still good. You know, obviously it always divides fans, but, you know, I love my music, no matter who sings it. So, yeah. Everyone needs to build a bridge and get over it. Or I'll kick you in the nuts. Square in the nuts and make you cry like Nancy Kerrigan. Anyway, and one other bit of good news I did hear during the week, but I won't mention it this week. Rex knows what it is. He's just as excited as I am. I'll mention it when it actually happens during the week and go, Kenoth. But on that note, my slender brown friends, yes, I love Deadpool. Until next week, wash on.